Alright mate, how's it going, and welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Googly. Make sure you like and subscribe to stay up to date with all of our latest content, drop us a comment with any suggestions or feedback, and if you know somebody who might be interested in what we do here on the channel, then why not share to let them know. But without further ado, let's get right into the Weekly Googly. Good week, David Warner. The left-hander put Pakistan to the sword for the second successive test match as he registered the 10th highest individual score of all time. Warner reached a staggering 335 not out, surpassing Donald Bradman and Mark Taylor by just one run, before Tim Payne declared with Australia 589 for 3. Had Payne not called an early end to proceedings, there's a real chance Warner perhaps could have broken Brian Lara's world record 400 scored against England, given the way Pakistan were bowling. But I guess we'll never know what the outcome would have been. It's also worth giving a brief mention again to Marnus Labuschagne, who produced a masterful innings of his own, scoring 162 and sharing a 361-run second wicket partnership with Warner. Australia, you really have found yourselves a good one. Bad week, Pakistan. I promise you, I honestly try and find other players and teams who've had bad weeks, but Pakistan just keep on struggling, so they're back again. Having been demoralised in the test last week, their somewhat new-look bowling attack was again demolished by Warner and Labuschagne as Australia scored nearly 600 runs in 127 overs. The returning Mohammad Abbas went wicketless in his 29 overs, while Yasir Shah narrowly avoided conceding more than 200 runs for the second innings in a row. While they're almost certainly going to lose the game tomorrow, Pakistan were given something to smile about thanks to Babar Azam's 97 and Yasir Shah, of all people, registering a maiden test ton to help his side up to a somewhat respectable first innings score. Away from the current series, Pakistan also received the news that Hassan Ali is going to be out for at least another 6 weeks, having only just returned from a 2-month-long back injury. Good week, Steve Smith. The former Aussie skipper became the quickest man ever to score 7,000 test runs, doing so in just 126 innings. Smith is the 50th batsman to score more than 7,000 test runs, and overtook previous leader Wally Hammond, who achieved the feat in 131 innings way back in 1946. In comparison with some of the game's greats, Smith's numbers look even more impressive, especially when you factor in he began life as a leg spin and all-rounder. Sehwag took 134 innings, Tendulkar 136, while Sobers, Sangakkara and Kohli all took 138 innings to break the milestone. Bad week, Jack Leach. After he was bizarrely left out of England's side for the second test match against New Zealand, Leach's week has gone from bad to worse. Having felt unwell while performing 12th man duties during the morning session on day 2, Leach was admitted to hospital, suffering from gastroenteritis. Given that this is the last game of England's tour of New Zealand, Leach, whose situation is complicated further by his battle with Crohn's disease, should have plenty of time to rest and recover ahead of the tour to South Africa later this month. Get well soon, Jack. Good week, Ben Stokes. From one of England's summer heroes to another, Ben Stokes has been nominated for the BBC Sports Personality of the Year award. The nomination, which was revealed in a Twitter video from Ed Sheeran, crowns an unbelievable year for Stokes. The all-rounder of course produced that match-winning performance in England's World Cup final triumph and that match-winning, odds-defying, history-making innings in the Ashes at Headingley. While he's the favourite to win the award according to several bookmakers, there's fierce competition in the form of Dina Asher-Smith, Katarina Johnson-Thompson, Alan Wynne-Jones, Lewis Hamilton and Raheem Sterling. Should Stokes come out on top though, he'd be the first cricketer to win the award since 2005 when Andrew Flintoff was recognised for his Ashes heroics. Bad week, Irish cricket. Tim Murtagh has committed his future to Middlesex with a 2-year contract extension and been forced to announce his retirement from Ireland duty. Much like many other Irish players, Murtagh was forced to pick between county and country due to a new ECB ruling. Effective as of next year, the rule now means that Irish players are considered as overseas players for counties as a result of them gaining test status. Few will forget the pace bowler's final appearance in an Ireland shirt, in which he took 5 for 13 in his side's maiden test match against England and earned himself a place on the Lord's Honours Board. Good week, Rakeem Cornwall. The West Indies might just have found a solution to one of their long-term problems, a decent test spinner. The Antiguan-born international took 10 wickets in the West Indies test victory over Afghanistan at Lucknow, including 7 for 75 in the first innings. That's the best first innings return by a spinner from the Caribbean since 1971. While Cornwall's test career is only 2 games old, his domestic record for the Leeward Islands speaks for itself. If he can translate that form, which has seen him take over 250 wickets at an average of just shy of 24, the West Indies and the international cricket circuit might just have found themselves a hidden gem. Bad week, Chris Gayle. The Universe Boss's disappointing Nzanzi Super League campaign with the Josie Stars finished with some finger pointing. Gayle managed just 101 runs in 6 innings, 54 of which came during his last games, but he's been critical of the way he's been treated, not only during his time in the MSL, but also during several of his franchise stints. As soon as I don't perform for 2 or 3 games, then Chris Gayle is the burden for the team, he said, speaking after the Stars' defeat to the Spartans. Following that, Gayle has also decided not to make himself available for the West Indies ODI series against India, instead choosing to recharge and reflect on what 2020 might hold. Good week, Marcus Trescothick. Having finally retired from playing at the end of the 2019 season, the Somerset and England legend has been unveiled as Somerset's full-time assistant coach. Trescothick is synonymous with Somerset, having been involved with the county for more than 25 years, so there's probably nobody better to help coach the next generation of young hopefuls and help the second 11 players turn into professional first-class cricketers. If you enjoyed the video, then make sure you leave us a comment, drop us a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all of our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.